think Man United, in terms of like the players they can attract, if they get Di Maria and another, I still think that they got more match winners than Arsenal. Seriously, I'm sitting
Let's
here.
talk about the move from Di Maria to Manchester United. He's probably thinking, what have I done? But at the end of the day, he's going to... I think what it does for Manchester United, it's a marquee signing that they might now be able to get one or two more signings before the transfer deadline, because they now see they mean business. I mean, this is big money. How do we think Di Maria is going to settle in, and where do you think he's going to play him?
We're going to hit the ground running.
He's got to,
is he going to be... Well, he will do, he's quick. But is he going to be a wing back? Is he going to play in midfield?
You can't have him wing back. You can't have him wing back. Seriously, cannot.
Because he's too good to be far back.
You need to have him further... I think Matt's going to be a casualty.
Why, if Vidal comes in?
Well, he'll play with a bit of pace, but I think Mata, he might complement Mata.
He could complement, but his situation is with Mata. Mata gives you goal threat, but he can't play on the wing and he's got no pace. And I think that's one of the reasons why Mourinho offloaded him to Man United in the first place. He's not a Mourinho type player, and we're going to find out whether he's a Van Gaal type player.
But the marquee signing for Manchester United.
It's a big old signing, yeah. I mean, 60 million does say a lot.
Like, to me, they've got an average team. They've just gone bang. We're going to get a world-class player, but there must be some agenda with Manchester United. They've got other players in the wings. There must be.
But you look at who they've got going forward, the likes of Rooney, Van Persie, Mata.
That's not a worry, is it?
They don't need to strengthen up the top. I think that 60 million is a lot of money for one player.
Who's supplying them, though?
But
who's supplying
well, that's
the
what they're looking for. They're looking for someone to supply. Mata's obviously not going to do that. Di Maria will.
Yeah, but in terms of... Because Man United we know, I think the manager you watch, they're very good at playing in the wings.
But it means nothing if they're going to leak goals the way they have.
And which they will do, because they've got a young defender there who's not got much experience, and they haven't replaced the defenders they've lost.
Yeah, two central defenders I think would be preferable for most Man United fans. The other thing as well is Di Maria, okay, we can all agree, he's an absolute quality player and he's done pretty decent for Real Madrid the last couple of years, but he has got some sensational players around him. And if you want goals as well, he's not going to give you that. So I think most Man United fans should be aware of that. He didn't get into double figures in any of his seasons at Real Madrid, so he's not going to provide that. And if he is going to provide assists, has he got the players around him to actually...
You said it, but when Man United are at their best, in all years you've watched him, you, Pete, Yusuf and Ben, haven't you... When Man United are at their best, it's always down the flanks they hurt teams. And in the last season under Moyes, one of their weaknesses is that they basically got outnumbered in midfield, because what's happened, they never stretch teams. Like teams like West Brom and an extra man in midfield. That's why they won at Old Trafford. Swansea, even as to last week won there because they had an extra man in midfield, because they haven't addressed that problem. Di Maria will go down that wing. He will put the crosses in, and that's how Man United stretch teams. And that.
As you know, last year,
play brilliantly.
You know, David Moyes. It'd be interesting to actually see Twitter's reaction to this. Van Gaal, and is he any better than David Moyes? Because Moyes got absolutely ridiculed, and yet the new managers. I mean, we were all under false pretences the pre-season, because even I was thinking, well, hold on a minute, Man United could be a force next season.
I was guilty of that.
And like, whoa, you know.
But I guess we've had
off for 2 games.
Yeah, exactly. We've had lots of breakneck reactions. I think pre-season, we're like, wow, you're knocking all these big teams over, and then we're saying, hang on, they can win the league. Then they do ropey first 2 games, they can't win the league. But what happens if they win the next 3 games, who are all relegation teams? Are we going to go, hang on, they could do this? So I do think we need to reserve a little bit of
on paper, though. They Everton have had a really difficult start.
Man United had the best start for the first 5 games by a mile. So who do they have first? Swansea, then Sunderland, then they got the 3 teams coming up. So I was putting all my eggs in that basket of them being top of the league on the start of October. That's not going to happen. It's only going to get harder after this. And just talking about Van Gaal, so we gave him a lot of props, understandably, and we said a lot about his aura and how he came in the press conference, and he said, you know what, I'm not here to just get Champions League. We're number 1 team in England. We're going to go for that. However, in the press recently, he said it's going to be a miracle to win the league. It's like, hang on. Well, don't say that. You've just come out with such a strong message before the season starts. Now you're saying that. It's
but again, it was built up by the fact he'd done so well for Holland in the World Cup. I mean, tactically, he got it right. But
that's a myth.
That's
a myth.
Well, did he though? Because pre-season, would you have said Holland would have got?
He had all the right players. He had the right players for the right positions.
But the thing
he does
in the right holes.
Yeah,
but that's a myth, though. The reason why he played, everyone's assuming, right, that in terms of Van Gaal, that he had this wonderful tactical plan, that he had the 3-5-2. Let's just cut the praise, all right? I'm not going to use a rude word, but let's just, if I was going to use a rude word, let's just cut that out, all right?
Right, okay.
But the situation is with...
I'd love to know what the rude word is. Maybe people can text us in.
Yeah, they can text the rude word if they want. But let me tell you something. The bottom line, the reason why he played three at the back and played ring backs is because their defence was poor. If you could look at Man United now, what are we seeing? A poor defence. That's why he's playing wing backs, because the defence is not strong enough. That's why he got away with Holland. And what he did is that he had players like Dirk Kuyt playing at right wing back, sometimes his left wing back, and he had...
And it came off. That showed intelligence, it showed versatility.
It was basically putting square pegs round holes. But he was, though.
But it worked.
It's Dirk Kuyt and wing back.
They became round pegs.
But it worked because of...
Sort of shaved off the square
up
bits.
front, they had pace with Robben, and they had Van Persie's goals, and they had players like Dupuis, and they had all these other little ingredients, and it worked. Tournament football. Remember, this is tournament football. But in the league, what's happened is that he needs that system he's playing, three at the back, with the win backs.
When we were in their pre-season preview show, I went to Man United. You went. I can't remember if it was got to win, should have win, or
got to win.
Got to win. They've got to win the title. They've got to win the title for simple reasons.
If they don't make Champions League this year, they're going to be in real big trouble.
But if they will win Champions League because simple reasons that.
You think they're playing like a top? You think they make top four?
I don't see a reason why not. If they get them,
they need a world-class centre back. They need someone to come into that back line.
This is all.
Yeah, but they reckon but you've got to ask yourself a question. Smalling came from your club, and he had hardly any games.
The
next minute he was the next
bought by
best thing. What's
Ferguson,
happened to
hasn't
him?
he? Alex Ferguson bought him. So
Paid over 12 million.
and I bet you if Alex Ferguson was there, they would have got the best out of Smalling.
Well, let me tell you something.
No, he was there long enough, and he still wasn't showing enough. I think
He hasn't come on. I think they expected more progression from him, and I think Phil Jones as well. I think they expected a bit more from him.
Phil Jones is the best player.
He doesn't know what his best position is.
Who did they have? Who did they have at the back the other day? So Jones, Smalling, and Blackett, and they're all looking around each other like who's calling, who's shouting out. It's just like what's going on at the start?
This is a team that
no leader. Start
Kenny
the Premier League
make the
season.
Champions League.
I don't see a reason why not. They've still got the goal threat. The goal threat to do that.
It means nothing to score one goal if you're going to let in three. They've gone to MK Dons tonight and let in three. I don't think many League One teams go there and let in three.